Hey there YouTube, ZC Solar here, and today I'm going to be talking about a possible iPad 2 within the next 100 days, starting from December 7th. So, um, I'm going to be talking about, what we can expect to see, what is rumored that has already been leaked, and what I think will be in the next generation iPad. So there are many rumors, and especially with the cases that were leaked. It was not very, maybe a week or two ago, I think they were leaked by some Chinese company, and that people were saying that they had maybe an SD card slot, and when I first looked at them, I knew there was no way it'd be an SD card slot because, quite frankly, Apple just would not put an SD card slot in their second generation iPad. That defeats the purpose of the camera connection kit. That's something maybe we will see in future generations, maybe in the third generation iPad. I knew right away it was more than likely for the speaker, and we're looking now at better and larger speakers in the iPad. We're also expecting to see it's been definitely a little bit thinner. I think it's supposed to be maybe 3 millimeters thinner, which it's not much. You're not going to feel the change, but it will be thinner. And a flat back instead of the curved back. They're definitely going for the flat look, as with the iPhone 4 and iPod Touch 4G. And so that is definitely something we will see as a thinner design and flatter back. Um, Also, a possibility of two dock connectors, one on the bottom and one on the side, is a big possibility of having. And I never thought, I didn't think of it as being something that would be useful, but when you think about it, it actually might be kind of useful to dock it sideways. But when I think about docking an iPad, which I don't even have one, but I'm thinking about getting one, is if I'm going to dock the iPad, it's going to be for updates. I'm not going to dock it to just to charge it. I'm going to dock it to update it and get apps from just plug it into my computer and get software updates or new applications or music or something. That is what I would use the dock for. So I don't see much of a point in docking it sideways, but there would be people who would use it. Um, Other rumored specs is a 3-axis gyroscope for better gaming, as we've seen now in the iPod Touch and iPhone 4 both have 3-axis gyroscopes. And I have played games on the iPad. I just went into Best Buy to mess with it, and it's okay gaming, but when you have a gyroscope, it's a lot more precision with it, and I mean, it's already good gaming on the iPad, but a gyroscope would make it a lot easier. So that's one thing we could see, and as well as a USB. Um, Europe has been trying to make it a standard law that any mobile device in Europe must have a USB interface, whether it's, like, I don't know, not necessarily just a USB plug into your computer, but the device itself has to be able to plug in the computer. Now, when I look at this, I say 30-pin dock connector is good enough. It's USB. That is USB interface. It's just Apple branded USB interface. And I think a 30-pin dock connector would be plenty, it would but it's limited. It's limited to just the 30-pin dock connector, and if you don't have one of those, then you're kind of screwed. And we won't. I definitely don't think we would see we'll see a mini USB, but a micro USB could be a definite. A micro USB would fit into the thinner profile and it would work. So it's not too far out, but if, I mean, it's pretty much a law now in Europe. So if Apple wants to sell their product in Europe, they don't really have a choice. And another rumor is FaceTime. It's not even a rumor anymore. I don't think it's kind of a given that we will have a front-facing FaceTime camera. You know, the iPhone 4 has it, iPod Touch has it. You're gonna see it on the iPad. That's just how it is. And it's, you know, I mean, you can FaceTime on your Mac. It's just the way that Apple is going for video calls, and I definitely think that we will see a FaceTime camera. And a lot of people are saying that they don't think we'll see a back-facing camera, and I think we will. There's, you know, I mean, iPhone's got it and iPod's got it. The iPad may as well have it. And it's not really something, you know, you would use. I can definitely see where people are having concerns of holding a 10-inch screen trying to take video. It's not going to be easy, but you probably wouldn't use it as much as you would think, and it's more of it's almost kind of just a bragging thing, you know. It's like my iPad can do this and yours can't. If you have the second gen and someone has the first gen, that's just something it would be as more of a bragging thing to me. But it would also be one of those things just for the fun of it, and one of those things that when you're on a trip or something and you don't have a camera with you, it's just something that is there. It, you know, that would be there. You could use it if you needed it, and if we can expect to see it shooting 720p at the least, HD, and so that's pretty much camera. It's pretty much just a given that we will see a camera. FaceTime at least, I still think we'll see the back-facing camera, as well as displays. I'm running up on 10 minutes here. I'll make a part 2 video, which I'm going to upload these both at the same time, so check out the part 2 video, and we'll see you then.